Alright, video time. Today we're playing the Stark Kings of Winter deck. I originally, with Stark Kings of Winter, went for a low curve deck with like no big dudes, no great halls, and a bunch of cheap stuff, and a lot of very aggressive removal effects, like 3 copies of Ward, 3 Heron Halls, Winter is Coming, Ramsay Snow, all that type of stuff. And trying to leverage like some 2 claim winter plots, like some Winds of Winter and stuff, with the low curve making up for the low gold on the winter plots. I think that is viable. It can definitely take some games, but what ultimately changed my mind off of that is I remembered that this card Wyman Manderly exists, and I decided that if you have a Stark House card and you're not playing Wyman Manderly, it's like, what are you doing with your life? It seems pretty inefficient. So when I decided that I was going to play a Wyman Manderly deck because I have a House Stark house card, it very quickly evolved from there into a sacrifice deck instead. I also remembered that this card exists as Hard as Winter. This is a winter tech card. It requires a winter in your used pile, and it can theoretically make for some pretty hot plays if you can like use Skagos on Wyman or Rob or whatever big dude. Like, you could Skagos Rob and then put in Wyman for 1 goal with this event. That seems pretty strong if you ever actually get to do it. I feel like, my luck, I'll never get the dream set up like that. But it could also be pretty efficient to just, like, let's say I sacrifice, I don't know, some 3-cost character like Septim Ordain, or she dies to military claim, or whatever the case may be, and then I can put in Summer or Sansa or even a 2-cost dude for just 1 gold. That could theoretically be efficient. Anyways, it is a very pretty heavy dedicated sacrifice list, I would say. Let's look at the plots. I've got the Winter Reserves. I've got Fall Spring maybe could be something else, but I mean, honestly, the main reason I'm playing this is because it's 5 gold for the time being. We've got the Rangers Cache, Time for Wolves. This is a winter plot. Obviously, that is the main purpose is to fetch Summer. Well, I did have Grey Wind in an earlier version of the deck, but it looks like I ended up taking him out. How is Greatjon Umber still in here? Maybe this should be Grey Wind or Nymeria instead of Greatjon Umber, but we're just going to keep it as is for now. Greatjon Umber is still pretty damn good. And of course the Withering Cold, because we do have Robb Stark and a bunch of sacrifice stuff. So theoretically that's pretty good. We also have the Northern Armories, which are pretty good with the Withering Cold because it's a once per game effect anyways. So if you have Withering Cold, it makes it much more likely that this effect will be a pretty useful one to have. Because you can just, do a challenge with Rob or something and then stand him with this, and who cares? The non-winter plots are Valar Morghulis and Fallen from Favor for more sacrifice shenanigans. I think you could make a pretty good argument that this should be Confiscation. I really don't have great ways to deal with attachments. I'm not doing like Arya's Gift or anything like that. Hopefully if something gets milked, I can use Skagos to take care of it, but I mean, if somebody is running a bunch of milks like Qohor, I could probably get screwed by that. Instead of running what is probably actually better and more efficient, I just wanted to load as much sacrifice stuff as I could possibly get away with and just, see what happens. I felt like it would be more fun that way, even if it's not necessarily the best deck. Looking at the draw deck, we have these Northern Keeps. This is another Winter Synergy card. This card is not great, even in Kings of Winter, because people just love their summer plots, and that's pretty sad. But if you're not playing this in Kings of Winter, when are you ever playing it? I mean, it's pretty damn good if you don't, run into 3 summer plots in a row on the opponent's side, which unfortunately is fairly common, but what can you do? Another Winter Synergy card we have is the House Manderly Knight. Winter plots turn him into a 2-cost 3-strength dude. It's pretty cost efficient, and it just gives us like a nice dude to sacrifice whenever we feel like sacrificing something. I mean, they're only 2 and they can be flea bottomed and stuff, so they're a nice sacrifice target. Another nice thing about this card is It is a printed strength of 1, so even though it is a 3 strength character much of the time, it can still be revived with Summer, because Summer says printed strength 2 or lower, so that's nice. Other than that, I would say the list is fairly typical. I already noted the one Greatjon Umber. I mean, this could be like Daisy Mormont or something like that as well. It could even be maybe Mage Mormont because we are running Great Halls. I think that wouldn't be unreasonable. There's definitely a bunch of good start characters you could use that didn't quite make the cut in here. I mean, it could even be like a random Ramsay Snow, might be not unreasonable. The other card that sticks out is the North Remembers. I don't know if it's correct to run this card, but I'm playing a sacrifice deck, and I remember that this card exists, so kind of just wanted to try it and see what happens. Maybe it'll be good. Probably it won't be, and I'll end up cutting it, but we have it for now. So let's get into a game. See if we can sacrifice to win. Stark v Stark, is it? Well, I keep this set up. Wyman Manderly, don't you dare put a milk on him, I will cry. Don't feel like Stark is super likely to have milk. Favor of the Old Gods. That is interesting. Could I use that? I mean, I guess I have 9 neutral cards. Wouldn't really work. And he's doing Winter Reserves. Look at this guy. Do we go first? I don't think we go first. I'll put him first. Well, would have gone first if I knew I was going to draw that, but already this guy is playing quite an interesting deck just by seeing these 2 cards. Favor of the Old Gods, for anyone that's not aware, is a attachment where if every card you control has the Stark faction affiliation, you can kneel this to stand the attached character. Theoretically, it's pretty good, but it does require that you not use Flea Bottom, so it's actually not that good. But if you don't care about Flea Bottom, or I guess like Rose Roads or Great Halls, I mean, go for it. It could be pretty powerful if you get it onto the right character. Marriage Pact, I'm fine with that. Because, well, I guess I'm not fine with that. Because I do wish to be able to use his multiple stand ability for challenges as well, but we have the counter for it, so we're just going to get the counter. Shoop. Sad times for him. We did get the counterattack to negative attachments. Now what? I guess just Bran Stark? It's either that or Summer. I mean, I guess I dupe this because I'm over reserve anyways. I don't feel like there's any chance that it's going to matter. I might have even put that in Shadows, but I'm going to play North Remembers. So damn, I should have played North Remembers earlier. He might pick it out of my hand here. I can't play it. Oh, I guess I can just defend. Guess we can just defend the challenge. Now let's see if he wants to sack Arya or Cat. There's no goal. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't totally blame him. He did get screwed pretty hard. Let's load up another game. I think that was worth showing just because that was pretty funny. But we'll try and play a real game that does not end in the first challenges phase. I mean, obviously he was in quite a bad spot, so, you know, conceding in the first turn is always, like, feels bad if you're the person doing it. Like, you know, you kind of feel like a scumbag, but sometimes the game is just over in the first turn. I mean, it happens. That Marriage Pact into Skagos was just... That hurts, man. That's really bad. And I was going to get military claim on him, so it was like the only way he would be able to be left with any characters on board would be to sacrifice his Catelyn and then take an Arya dupe for military claim, and then all he has on board is like an Arya with no dupe. I've got like Wyman Manderley and locations and stuff. Definitely think it was a bad situation for him. He didn't have any econ, so like it was, only a second turn. Valar Morghulis would not have been good for him. See what happens here. Stark with Banner of the Sun. Well, that's weird. No economy, so mulligan. This is a way better hand. So we get 2, 1, 5, 6. I think I actually have to set up Arya to get to 8 gold. If we set up Arya, then it's 3, 5. Yeah, we can get to the 8 that way. And Arya will probably just end up in the flea bottom pile at some point anyways, so hopefully this is fine. Hopefully we draw Skagos, that would be ideal. Is that Shandystone? And a Dreadfort Maester. Well, his deck is super weird. I am not sure what he's going to be doing. Quite a weird set of cards we've seen from the opponent. Sneak Attack. What the hell? I guess this is a kill deck, but he made himself first player, so whatever military icon that he marshals, I can put Marriage Pact on it. 2 Marriage Pacts. Okay, then. I don't know if he's a kill deck. I'm not sure why he has Shandystone or what the purpose of the Martell banner is, but maybe we'll find out. There is one hot trick that you can do with Stark Banner of the Sun, which is the... what is that card called? The Plankytown Trader. That is a 1-cost Martell character with bestow keyword. I think it can bestow up to 5, but maybe more than 5. And the way that it works is when the character leaves play, you put a non-Martell character into play with cost equal to or lower than the amount of gold that you bestowed on it. So what you do is you get it to leave play somehow, whatever sacrifice effect. Then you bring in Ramsay Snow, and there's like a nested interrupt window. It's like a weird interaction. And you can select the Plankytown Trader again with Ramsay Snow and put in another character. So you get Ramsay and like Greywind or something, and the opponent has to sack for Ramsay Snow. I've seen that done once. It was pretty cool. Alright, so I guess we're just putting Marriage Pact on this Arya. I don't feel like getting hit with 3 military claim. And we have Flea Bottom, so like, let's just do it. Manderley Knight. That's the only way we can have a military. We use our reducer, then we have 5 effective, so it's not enough to do anything that matters, so let's just marshal him normally. One gold off of being able to use Mira and Marshal Sansa. It actually was probably correct to just Marshal Sansa and not worry about using Mira this turn, now that I think about it. But given the board state here, I think my next plot is just Fallen from Favor, so Mira is available to do an intrigue, but he's over reserve. I don't think it matters too much. We do have to eat 2 intrigue claim here. That sucks. Hopefully it doesn't get both of our big boys. Honestly, I think the card that I least want him to get is my economy, but we'll see. Does get the econ. Marriage Pact is... I would have liked to have the other one available, but I guess I can't complain about keeping my big guys. I guess Wyman is the best card in my hand because he can come out with Fallen from Favor and start doing dirty stuff. He does have Shandystone, so let's do power first. This way he can stand this Dreadfort Maester with Shandy Stone if he wants, but the Mira can stealth past it for intrigue, and this we just did our power, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, Shandy Stone, not that good of a card in my opinion. Oh, does he have Viperize? Oh, I guess it's giving him the window for Shandy Stone. This card's ice, okay. Definitely a kill deck. Just don't see the Martell synergy unless he is... I mean, there's the Planky Town Trader combo that I just explained, but other than that, like, what are your other 9 Martell cards? Maybe Spear Maiden if you want to get extra super duper janky. I'm not sure that that's actually good, though. Curses. Curses. What the hell? I guess the plot that I least want to see out of the opponent right now is the first Snow of Windsor. I'm not sure what else he could possibly play that would bother me this turn. But even with first Snow, we're going to pop Mira back with Fallen. Then we'll have like Wyman, Mira can come out of Shadows, and Arya with Flea Bottom. Pretty good. I guess Imprisoned makes sense for military focused deck. But he did get 4 reserved, get wintered. Confiscation. Well, do I go first? I guess I go first, right? I'm going to do it. I don't think it matters. He's an aggressive deck, so going first may be correct. I'm not nearly as worried about the Arya now that he doesn't have 2 claim revealed. The Marriage Pact sort of did its job there. Plus he needs more military strength to get a military challenge through. I can actually defend one from Arya even with a stealth. Alright, let's get Wyman Manderly. So we can pay him for 4, and then we have 4 left, which is like a Mira and a Flea Bottom. And we can bring out Sansa, that's probably worth it. Duplicate. I do want to play Frozen Solid on the opponent's Flea Bottom at some point, but he doesn't have any targets right now, so I'm going to save the 1 for probably Flea Bottom on our side. So he's running a big version of Eddard. Okay. He's just running a weird deck. I'm just not sure what he's up to over there. I don't think military matters a whole lot against his side of the field. Let's do probably Intrigue to start. I guess we should have gone, I guess we should have made him first because I think this makes Shandy Stone better, that he's going second. It's definitely better now that he has this 7 Eddard, but I didn't know he ran that card. But we're probably going to stealth, I guess, Eddard with Arya out of our flea bottom pile. And then just not do a military. I don't think military does a whole lot to him right now. He has saves. Chooses not to defend it, so he will not get any use out of Shandy Stone. Because you do have to lose as the defending player. You cannot lose as the attacking to trigger it. Yet again, Shandy Stone, not that good a card. I think I should have defended with my attacked with my Manderly Knight, so I would have had 3 and can't defend with the Maester, but that means, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I'm not super attached to winning this power challenge. If he wants to kneel that Maester, I'm fine with it. Yeah, it doesn't even defend it. So we do have the Wyman stand available to protect our hand. And we can easily eat a 2-claim military challenge. I would even say that he may be losing more by sacrificing the Dreadfort Maester to raise his military claim than we would be losing by doing like an Arya dupe and a Winterfell Steward. So we're definitely in pretty good shape. His deck is weird. I always respect people trying to do weird stuff, but I don't know. Whatever he's trying to do just does not seem that good to me. Let's do this. Definitely do not want to lose an intrigue. And we don't want to sack Arya yet because we want to use her duplicate for military claim, and then we'll probably sack her. So I think if we use her dupe for military claim, then she'll go to the bottom of the deck for flea bottom if we don't sack her, so I believe that's how that works. I may not be correct. I could stand Wyman to defend this, but I don't care that much because he's at 0 power. He can take 1 if he wants. He did get Summer into his discard. I guess that was my intrigue claim. Well, we have Frozen Solid for his flea bottom, so that's good. Does choose to raise the claim. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I guess I can't blame him too much for just going ahead and doing it. I will have to kill my Manderly Knight. Wyman Manderly's so damn good. Look at that. 3 friggin' cards drawn and 2 challenges out of him. Like, what? That's a fair card right there. So good. How did he even draw the 3 cards? I mean, we had... Oh, we did 2 sacks. Crazy good. Crazy good. I might even say Wyman Manderly is the best start card. I might even go as far as to say that. We're going to do False Spring. What is he? Retaliation? That's fine. That is fine. I'm confident in my ability to absorb these military claims with Wyman Manderly on the board. What do we take here? I guess Septim Ordain because he has Arya on the field. And they like have synergy. I might want to bring Mira out of Shadows preemptively to duplicate her and use her dupe for claim. Might want to do that here. But let's get our limited on the field. Do we bring out Catelyn? If we bring out Catelyn, we'll only have 2 gold left, which is like a Mira and a flea bottom. I'm not sure I like that. Let's do this. I'm not sure if this is correct, but we're just going to do it. Pass. Then do we Skagos her? No, because there's not another copy in the deck, so I think we Wyman her. See, that was a good draw. Thank you, Wyman Manderley. Such a good card. So, get our second Mira into Shadows. Northern Armory. Manderley Knight. And I guess we pass. Next plot can be like probably the Withering Cold. That's probably going to be my next plot. So if we want to dodge a 2-claim military, it's not possible. He just has too much military strength. So I'm not going to try to play around that. I guess what I'm going to do... I mean, we always do an intrigue with Sansa, right? So let's do that to start. I do wonder why he has Bear Island Loyalist in his deck, because he can't have Breaking Ties anymore, so I'm not sure what the point of that card is. Seems pretty inefficient. Because, I mean, we know his restricted card is Flea Bottom. Are going to have to kill another Manderley Knight for Claim Soak. I might even want to use my Wyman dupe, but I'm probably not going to do that just because I have Valar Morghulis in my deck. Although I'm already at 9 power, it may be best to just not play Valar, just assume that the game's not going to go that long. With the rate that I'm getting power at, it certainly may not go that long. Do I do military on him? I guess I do, right? Yeah, I mean, I do have Valar Morghulis, so let's make him do something. I guess he should defend this with Eddard. Because this way, yeah, if I declare power, Eddard can stand up. And, like, I can stealth Eddard to still win a power challenge, but I'm not sure if I even want to let his Eddard stand up when he has 2 claim revealed, which is, the answer to that is I probably do not want to do that, so I'm just going to pass. What did we discard with False Spring? Oh, Septa. Make sure you use both characters here, buddy. Or Arya, at least. Yeah, there he goes. I guess I defend it. He is definitely doing some damage to our board. I will give him credit there. All the 2 claim challenges. Got the Rob for Withering Cold. We actually did that incorrectly. We were supposed to defend and then do that. This way we're going to tie dominance when we could have won it, but oh well. Oh well. Still get our Sansa power. Thank you, Sansa. Rest in Potatoes, the box version of Sansa with the 2 gold, 4 strength. Breaking Ties is out of the picture, so do we actually use Time for Wolves to get Claim Soak back instead of Withering Cold? That might actually be correct, because we don't have any Claim Soak left in our hand. And he seems to just keep doing 2 claim plots and stuff like that, so let's do it. Win or you die. I mean, he is a kill deck, so I'm going to give him some credit. This plot, like, makes more sense than it does in the usual strategy of this plot is people just throw it into every single deck and just randomly flip it on turn 3, no matter what their deck is. So, I guess I get a Manderly Knight back. Yeah. Definitely think my plot choice was correct here in not doing the Withering Cold. Also, Withering Cold's not that great because he has Shandy Stone and Eddard. So even though these are weird cards that aren't good normally, they actually are kind of like counterattack cards to Withering Cold, I guess. They would let him restand characters after the Withering Cold turn. Especially the Eddard. That makes Withering Cold way less effective. Look at the draw deck discrepancy here. Now, to be fair, I didn't check what size his deck was to start with. It might have been more than 60 cards, but we haven't played any dedicated draw plots. We've just gotten the Summer out. That's one card with Time for Wolves. And our deck is at 32 cards, and his is at 40. Wyman Manderly, dude, is just quite a card. Oh, don't disconnect on me, dude. Come on. Let's play it out. It says disconnected twice, so I think his internet is legitimately screwing up. I don't think he's rage quitting. Yeah, here he comes. Let's hope he doesn't lag out. There we go. Maybe that... I don't know what that means. Maybe that means his internet's back. That's why he said that. Another Dreadfort Maester, so 3 claim military on the way. We can blank his Arya, and then he'll have 7 military strength showing. So we should be able to defend with Rob. Avoid the 3 claim. Limited. Rob. 1 for Mira, 1 for Flea Bottom, leaves us with 2. I already have a Northern Armory. What does Skagos get us? I think I just want more characters. I think that's correct. Skagos is good here because we have Summer, but I just want more dudes on the field. That's sort of the counter to his win condition is me having stuff on the board. Skagos is more of a longer term card advantage play. The Manderly Knight gives us more strength for the immediate turn. Can always marshal Skagos later. So let's go ahead and blank the Arya. Now that we shut that threat down, I think he's pretty dead. Props to this guy for trying something weird, but just did not work out for him. I do not agree with his, well, if there is good synergy with the, let's do Arya. With the Banner of the Sun, Stark House card like kill deck, if there is good synergy, and that I'm just not aware of it, I guess it's possible, but it doesn't seem that he's using it. I mean, Shandy Stone, like, what are you doing? If there's good synergy, I don't think he's playing it. Is going to raise the claim, even though he must know that he cannot win the challenge. Maybe he has... there is a Stark event that boosts strength by 2 during military challenges, so we're going to play around that. Defend with 11. I think it's called... What is it called? For the North or something like that, but we won it. Plus, we can stand our whole board with Rob, so overcommitting is fine. We're also going to defend this power and then stand the entire board
Pretty balanced combo right there. He needs a reset. Although, to be honest, I mean, Summer, Rob just came out this turn. At the start of this turn, I mean, during the plot phase, I only had Wyman and Sansa, so he didn't really have a chance to reset before my stuff just went out of control. We're going to win this turn because we're going to get a bunch of unopposed and some renown. Sansa power, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the deck definitely went off. It turns out that when you marshal Wyman manually and he doesn't like get milked or something, you kind of just win. Yeah, I probably should have VM'd. Maybe he has VM. Yeah, he knows he's dead. Valar Morghulis might have helped him. I'm not sure. I mean, he did have saves, but he had no economy. And he was going to get -1 gold from my winter stuff. So he was going to be stuck with just like Eddard and 0 claim on his side. I don't know. I don't think there was much that he could do. He just got run over. Our deck went off. Wyman Manderly's a hell of a card. I never get tired of talking about this guy. So good. So damn good. Look at this. Super fair. Super fair. So many triggers. So good. Ugh. I love it. Get my rocks off right there. I love triggering Wyman. Let's do it again. Oh yeah. Keep going. Draw more cards. One more time. Can we get one more? Let's get one more. Oh yeah. All the cards. All the card advantage. Okay. Enough of that. I will end it there. Yep.